History of Creation. The start of sales of the computer game Poppy Playtime produced by MOB Game began on October 12, 2021. In addition to the variety of monster-like characters, the game's popularity was facilitated by the ability to play in the first person. The detective story takes place on the territory of a toy factory. The player is a factory worker and is trying to deal with the mysterious disappearances of his colleagues. As the game progresses, he has to solve puzzles, simultaneously escaping from the most bloodthirsty monster of the blue and furry Huggy Wugga. The creators of the game introduce players to his girlfriend gradually. For the first time, players see Kissy Missy on a poster telling about the rules of behavior for children. Surprisingly, Kissy is depicted on this poster without a terrifying smile. The second time, the players also only see her image in the form of graffiti. The players managed to see Kissy Missy firsthand only in the second part of the computer game, which was released in December 2021. In the dark, under the terrible howl of sirens, the players observe only a silhouette resembling a Huggy Wugga. And only when the howling subsides and the darkness opens up a little, the players see a cute and charming copy of Huggy Wugga on the screen in front of them. The difference between Kissy and Huggy Wugga is not only in the color of the coat. The girl with pink fur is radically different in character from Huggy. If Blue Huggy Wuggy is the personification of horror and aggression, harms the gamer and tries to kill him, then Cutie Kissy, on the contrary, helps players cope with the difficulties of the game. It is worth noting that in the first part of the game, users did not know the name of the pink toy. Nevertheless, the plush heroine has gained no less popularity than Huggy Wuggy himself. The name of the pink toy comes from the English kiss, which means kiss. The developers of the computer game did not even delve into the history of Kissy Missy. Fans of horror toys did everything for them. Some came up with the idea that Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy are madly in love with each other. Others suggested that they are brother and sister. Whatever it was, Kissy and Huggy, despite the opposite of their characters, remain bosom friends or a couple in love. The toy story of Huggy and Kissy began long before 2021. The word horror in Latin means horror, stupor. Literary and film works of this genre are dedicated to monsters and otherworldly forces. Going deeper into history, it can be determined that the horror genre existed already in the 16th century. The first literary work of this genre is considered to be Horace Walpole's novel The Castle of Otranto, which was published in 1764. About 30 years later, the Gothic novels The Udolphian Mysteries by Anna Radcliffe and The Monk by Matthew Gregory Lewis were published. It was not only foreign writers who turned to the terrifying genre in literature. The world-famous novella Vi by Nikolai Gogol tells the chilling story of a beautiful witch girl and a seminarian who tries to hide from evil spirits. With the development of cinema, the horror genre has moved to the screens. The first films of this genre began to be produced in Russia since the beginning of 1900. Specifications. Kissy Missy is not the only girlfriend of the creepy and terrible Huggy. It turns out that there are a lot of characters in the toy factory who differ from each other in color. On the shelves of stores and on the pages of the most famous marketplaces in Russia, you can find Killy Willy, a black toy with 2 mouths and 5 eyes; Scary Larry, a red monster with orange paws; Billy Billy is a green fluffy toy in a purple hat with a tie around its neck; Gris Wiss is gray, one of the unusual characters; Orange Wank Punk, or Sunny Wani; rainbow-colored toy Lily Miles. Activity. There are Velcro straps on Kissy's yellow paws, thanks to which the pink girlfriend becomes a cuddle toy. Many children like to hang Kissy and Huggy around their necks and go for a walk in an unusual company. The toy can be used in story role-playing games. For many children, Kissy is a talisman. Her soft fur is very pleasant to the touch and will help the baby calm down and fall asleep sweetly. Features. Evil-looking monsters do not scare children at all. Soft and funny fuzzies with their unusual appearance only attract kids. They are not spoiled even by a terrifying smile. Only adults are disgusted by the creepy and terrible Huggy and Kissy. Most parents, being not enthusiastic about the toy, still buy it for their children. After all, Kissy and Huggy are just another fashionable and temporary trinket, which will soon be replaced by a new cartoon character. According to psychologists, horror games help a child to work out his fears on a subconscious level. However, experts do not recommend buying these characters for children under the age of 8. Before you run to the store for a newfangled toy, ask your child what exactly caused his interest in this or that creature. It would not be superfluous to control the child's behavior after playing with intimidating toys. It is important to remember that negative characters have always existed in fairy tales and cartoons. It is still unknown for certain who is actually scarier, Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy, or Baba Yaga with Koschei. A child's attachment to a toy is directly related to the emotions that it causes, to situations or people that these toys resemble. If it so happens that Kissy and Huggy have become real friends for the child, who will help in difficult times, help overcome fear of the dark, calm down, and even listen to all the worries, there is a chance that these toys will stay in your house for a long time. And what difference does it actually make what a toy looks like if it brings only peace, warmth, and joy? Our time, Kissy Missy went on sale in stores around the same time as Huggy Wuggy in early 2022. By December of the same year, demand and, accordingly, the price of toys are rapidly falling. If at the beginning of 2022 the cost of a 30-centimeter toy ranged from 500 to 1,500 rubles, then a year later, a plush, Kissy or Huggy can easily be found for 300 rubles, and for 1,000 rubles you can buy a huge meter toy. Many manufacturers of children's goods have taken advantage of the huge popularity of the toy. In stores, you can find a huge number of not only plastic and plush animals, but also fashionable accessories with the image of Kissy. T-shirts, hoodies, backpacks and baseball caps, bracelets, posters, puzzles, and much more. Often, popular characters can be seen at children's parties. Animators with great pleasure dress up in a costume of a life-size doll and amuse the children.